Welcome to 61 Minutes. I'm your host, Dan Batter. In recent news, Kodak has continued to struggle financially and analysts have identified the problem to be their organizational design. To get more on this story, we've brought in an analyst from the field. Welcome Phil McThrill, pleasure to be here. Would you mind starting us off with a brief history of Kodak to get the viewers at home up to speed? Absolutely. Kodak is a mature company, which may mean they have become slow-moving and over-bureaucratized, and during such a period, it urgently needs the power of revitalization. Before 1970, the company successfully maintained its status as a monopoly. Under a stable environment, a functional structure characterized by economies of scale, complex knowledge and skill development within each functional department worked pretty well. Also, the company's mass production with low cost combined with extensive marketing and product R&D enabled itself to attract the largest market share. However, after 1970, the rapid development of information technology and increased globalized competition brought great difficulty to the company. Under the challenge of new competitors such as Canon and Nikon, Kodak's market share decreased dramatically. Has Kodak attempted to make changes to fix these problems? Yes, of course. They've tried diversifying into new areas such as health sciences, business systems and chemicals, and developing many more products. What about their organizational design? How has that changed over the last 40 years at Kodak? Drastic changes have occurred actually. Kodak has three big business units: Consumer Digital Imaging Group, Graphic Communications Group, and Film, Photo Finishing, and Entertainment Group. Actually, if we look up at the screen, the viewers can see it visually. These business groups were further divided into several product divisions. Although coordination across functional groups increased, and reaction speed to customers and the environment was quicker, Kodak was not able to reverse the trend of continuous net losses. This led to Kodak shifting into a new divisional structure in the hopes of working more efficiently. Certain unprofitable products such as digital cameras, pocket video cameras, and digital picture frames will temporarily be eliminated. And it was believed that the new structure was going to allocate resources more productively, further decreasing administrative costs, and allow them to respond to the environment faster. What issues do you personally feel contributed to Kodak being in this current predicament? I've found two important factors which have caused Kodak's current situation. One being their inability to react to the environment, and two, the limitations and constraints the organizational structure had put on Kodak. What do you mean by not reacting to the environment? Was Kodak ignoring their consumer needs? I wouldn't say that they were ignoring their consumers. I'd say that they made incorrect predictions regarding the changing environment, and as a result, their strategies also were developed using an inaccurate prediction of the environment. This was one of the reasons why Kodak's market share has dropped substantially over recent years. Oh, I understand. The environment has changed and Kodak hasn't been able to meet the demands of their consumers? Exactly. Take a successful company like Apple for example. They have created a special spot in the general public's mind through superior technological innovation and quality. The general consensus is that people would much rather purchase a product from Apple than they would Kodak. Ha ha ha, I guess that would explain why my children have been bugging me about getting them an iPad for Christmas rather than Kodak's Cloud Smart camera. They are just too behind in terms of technology. Anyways, what really intrigued me was when you said their organizational structure put limitations or constraints on Kodak. Care to elaborate? Of course, if we look at the screen behind us, I can illustrate their current design. Using the diagram we showed earlier, we can see it's very vertical, or that each division is isolated to a specific silo structure. Each division is specializing in one product or service the company has to offer, even though they all may be quite similar to each other. This results in lack of creativity, employees aren't motivated, and they are hesitant in sharing ideas. All of these reasons affect Kodak financially and are all happening because of their organizational design. Well, as an analyst in the field, what kind of organizational structure would you recommend to Kodak? Take a look up at the screen once again. I would recommend to Kodak to adopt a hybrid structure that combines a functional and horizontal organizational design. The benefits of hybrid structures are many and varied. I will just mention a few. The speed of decision-making is greatly increased because several layers of management will be cut out of the decision-making process. Flexibility increases, allowing them to tailor their needs of their business to their customers' needs. Adaptability to environmental modifications, including but not limited to competition, political differences and cultural variations. Hybrid combinations that rely on self-contained units can act like a small, nimble company when addressing risk, competition and business change. For what reasons would Kodak want to incorporate both a functional and horizontal structure? There are many reasons for combining a functional structure and a horizontal structure. The head offices would fall under the functional structure. This provides them economies of scale in their head office. Employees can develop without restraint in this atmosphere as well. The horizontal structure will be for product lines. This structure will give them flexibility and rapid responses to their customers' needs. Each product line will focus on creating value for customers. Also, employees will gain a broad view of the organization, collaborate and share responsibility for decisions. There are drawbacks to these structures as well. Core processes are hard to determine. However, given Kodak's multiple product lines, their core processes are already hard to determine. A hybrid structure also requires a big change in culture and management philosophy. Given the size and age of Kodak, this change will be difficult for them to undertake. After all of our analysis, if given the opportunity, would you invest in Kodak? Well, absolutely not. It turns out in hindsight, it looks as if Kodak is on the verge of bankruptcy and no organizational restructure will be able to save them. There you have it, folks. On that note, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. Everyone give Phil a round of applause. No problem. The pleasure is mine. That's all for 61 minutes. Until next time, see you later.